Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? It is time to hop onto that Sword Art Online hype train again as we draw closer to the release of Sword Art Online Alicization, which is the fourth arc in the SAO franchise, or you can think of it as Sword Art Online 3 if you've been following the anime. This is the direct sequel to the Sword Art Online anime, so if you're caught up to everything released so far, up to the SAO Ordinal Scale movie, you're pretty much golden to get right into this series. So recently, they finally decided to give us thirsty fans something to look at, and we finally get to see our boy Kirito's new look, along with the other main characters that will be the focus of the Alicization arc, and the focus of this new arc is surprisingly not another girl it seems, but a boy instead. This may be the first time that SAO actually focuses on a character that is not named Kirito, who is also a guy, so there's definitely something real special about this one. Before you try to Google to see if he's a trap, I've already done that for you, and I can confirm for you right now that he is in fact not a trap. SAO for the first time ever in a main arc will have another main character, or important partner to Kirito that is a guy. We'll see how that pans out. But in the new visuals released, we see that Kirito is in farmer mode with his new axe, while Eugeo has a sword. Both of them don't have fancy armor, so it seems like they're pretty low level at this point. But as you can tell with Kirito, his design has changed from SAO2, and is probably a lot closer to what we saw of him in Ordinal Scale, while also being a lot younger here. Now if you look at some of the other visuals, you'll see all three characters in different angles. Kirito, Eugeo, and Alice, who is the female main character in this arc, as all SAO arcs of course has to have one. But you'll see that all three characters are also very young, and of course you're wondering, why is Kirito so young? I don't want to spoil too much here, but just keep in mind this is in-game, and when you're in a game you can start with any kind of avatar, and Kirito just happened to start with a much younger avatar of himself this time around. The world they're playing in this time is also something very different than what we've seen before, called Underworld, and we also see the designs for Roulette Village and Ocean Turtle. So now we have a pretty good idea of the art direction they're going in, 4 months before the actual release of the third season of SAO in October later this year. I'm pretty sure they're going to release a more in-depth trailer in the coming months, but going by what I see so far, everyone and everything is looking pretty good. Now if you were worried about the writing for this arc, as you should be considering all that we've seen before from SAO, here is really the turning point for our author, Kabahara Reki, the author of the SAO series. Alicization is where he takes everything he's learned from his mistakes in the first few arcs of SAO, fixes them, and essentially matures into a much better writer somehow. I'm almost certain that when this arc of the anime is released and finished, Alicization will be the arc that will cement itself as the arc that changed everyone's perception of SAO for the better. It's a lot darker than anything we've seen before, it's a lot longer than any other arcs, and the events feel very high stake while characters are developed in a much deeper way than before. Even Kirito will be shown in a different light than what we've seen before, so this arc will definitely add a lot of depth to our favorite beater. But the bigger question is, where in the world is Asuna in all these promotional materials? Is she even going to appear in the Alicization arc? And the answer is, yes, she will be in Alicization, and the reason why she is not in the promotional material is that the beginning of the Alicization arc will focus very heavily on the two new characters, Eugeo and Alice, along with Kirito. But don't worry, because Asuna will return as a main character in Alicization eventually, so don't worry about her being a cameo character that will just pop up from time to time, like she did in the Phantom Bullet arc with Shinon. The story starts in 2026, where Kirito is offered a job by the man who asked him to fight in Eugeo with an organization called Wrath to test a new type of full dive equipment known as the Soul Translator. He obviously goes for it and learns that this machine can make time flow slower for a person. Basically, you can spend a lot of time in this machine, but use very little actual real time. As one would expect from a company called Wrath, turns out Wrath wasn't developing this new type of full dive equipment for gaming and entertaining purposes. Not gonna go too much into that, but you get the point. Kirito is young for a reason in the game, and this is not some alternate side story prequel for SAO. You will definitely be going into the best arc of Sword Art Online by far starting this October. Anyways, what do you guys think of our new boy and girl so far? Do we have a new best boy in town? As usual, I left a poll up there, and also let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and hit the bell for notifications if you want to be updated with the latest that's going on in Japan, and I'll see you guys in the next one.